Error analysis. Describe and correct the error a student made when dividing complex numbers. The question here is 1 plus I divided by 3 minus I. So whenever we have a division of the complex numbers and we want to rationalize the complex numbers, we have to multiply by its conjugate. But here the student was trying to do the same step. What he did here, for example, 3 minus I in the denominator, because we want to rationalize the denominator. He got the conjugate here. This is good, but and on the top has to be 3 plus I. Here is the mistake that student made, and this error followed him. And in the end, here 2 divided by 10 has to simplify to the simplest form, but the main mistake is here when he rationalized, he had to rationalize with the conjugate divided by its conjugate and to look at the conjugate in the denominator. For example, let me try here and let me write in the right way. So if we have here 1 plus I, like in this example here, divided by 3 minus I, is a 3 minus I. And we can use this property of identity multiplication, time 1. If we can multiply anything by 1, this is a multiplication identity property. And if we multiply by 1, hold this expression, we get again this expression, we get itself. So, and 1 here, I'm looking at the conjugate of a 3 minus I because I want to rationalize this denominator. And because the denominator I want to rationalize, I take the conjugate of 3 minus I is a 3 plus I. 3 plus I divided by 3 plus I. And 3 plus I divided by 3 plus I is 1. So instead of 1, I can substitute this 3 plus I divided by 3 plus I, and I can get 1 plus I times 3 minus I, 3 minus I, multiplication by 3 plus I divided by 3 plus I. So we have here 3 plus I. And this is going to get 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. And 1 times I is plus I. And now with the second factor, I times 3 is plus 3I. And we can make a little longer, and I times I is a plus I square. And we have a 3 minus I times 3 plus I is, if we take, for example, a minus b times a plus b is a squared minus b squared. So this we can write a 3 squared minus I squared. And let me simplify this equation a little bit further, and let's see what we can do. And here is a 3, and we look in like terms, plus I plus 3I is a plus 4I. And what do I have here? I have here plus I squared, but I squared we already explained in the previous video. I squared is equal with minus 1. So I can write minus 1. And now 3 squared is a 9. It is a minus sign. And I squared is a minus 1. Minus 1. And this I can simplify a little further. And 3 minus 1 is equal with 2. Plus 4I. And down in the numerator, and denominator is of 9. Negative negative is positive, 9 plus 1 is equal with 10. So now in the denominator we have a rational number, we have a 10. So we rationalize that. But here this is a even numbers, everything, so I can factorize here 2, which is I am factorizing 2, and I can write 1 plus 2i. Everything is divided by 10. And I want to write in the simplest form, divided by 10. And 2 divided by 10 is 1 over 5, which in the end I can get this 1 plus 2i. This is the final result in the simplest form and the rationalized number, and here is divided by 5. So the quotient of the complex number in the with the rational denominator, and this is the answer, which is completely different from the student's answer. Well, this one here, it means was mistake.